Good afternoon. Welcome back. Today we're going to be doing a ton of floor exercises, and we're going to get super sloppy, super relaxed on the floor. Okay. It might be hard for me to dictate everything I'm doing, but I'll do my best, and just follow along. And rest assured that if you're laying on the ground flat, you really can't go wrong. You're doing something good for yourself already. Okay, so let's dive right in. It's good if you have enough room to make a snow angel like this, but if you don't, you can probably modify a lot of this to fit otherwise, okay? Let's start with the legs here. Legs and the neck rolling side to side. Mostly throwing the legs internally, keeping the neck loose, turning the head from side to side. Bringing the feet together and wiggling side to side. Let the upper body move in rhythm with the lower body. Good, swimming the legs up and down. Good, and washing the window wipers again. Flicking in with the legs. Good, start to wake up the arms, rolling up and down. Leaving the legs to rest, focusing on the arms, rolling up and down, swimming up and down. If you don't have enough arm space, you can also work like this. Good, the same hand movement now with long arms, one going up and dropping. Good, letting the arms shake out and rest here. Now 3, attention to the legs, this time turning in. Alternating legs, developing rotation through the lower body. Pulling one leg up, letting the knee fold over slightly. Good, developing the twist a little bit farther, slowing down the rhythm to feel we can get deeper into the twist. Sliding one foot up the inside of the other leg. Good, placing both feet flat on the floor. Okay, let's get the hips to move. Roll the pelvis front to back. There should be the arching and flexing in the lower back taking place, but not to any extreme where you need to contract, okay? We're just going back and forth a little bit. And you can see how my head gets dragged along, right? The neck is very relaxed. I'm not moving the head. I'm moving the pelvis, and this is dragging the whole body up and down, okay? Set the feet up a little bit wider than the knees so that the knees tend to fall inwards. We're going to be here a while, so get comfortable. Now would be a good time to add in some of the eye movements we've been working on. So in this case, when I'm tucking the pelvis, and I'm getting the internal movement of the legs, the knees coming together, the pelvis is tucking, and I'm squeezing the eyes, pumping the eyes. Good, resting one leg on top of the knee. We're going to bounce the calf muscle against the knee like a self-massage here. And you can find lots of sensitive points, kind of juggle the calf on top of the knee here. Very lazy technique. Good, taking with the hand, let's pull in the hip, make easy rotations, no pain, no pinching. Yeah, don't let that rest, let's take it over to the other side. Just working on the calf here. Whew. That is sore. Good little cross friction, rubbing the calf against the top of the knee. Mostly the weight of the leg should be enough to feel something against the hard kneecap. Super lazy. Let's start to drop the legs from side to side. Now the knees are crossed. Just switching the cross, dropping. Good, back to rolling the pelvis. Well, this time we're going to include the head. Before we were just getting dragged along. Now, as I arch the back and roll the pelvis down the floor, away from the head, right, the lower back arches up. And this time I'm going to look down with the head. Right? And as I flatten the back and the head gets pushed up, I'm going to roll the head up to look up. Okay? I'm going down, up. It should make intuitive sense. It's the way that your spine is being dragged on the floor anyway by moving the pelvis. And now we're just joining in a little bit with the neck muscles. So you're getting a big yes movement as you rock through the pelvis. Good. We're going to bring the knees and feet together, nice and narrow. And we're going to work on lifting the hips up. Okay, we'll get a few of these in. Keep the knees together, squeezing the butts. And scratch the back against the floor. Right? When you lift the hips up, it forces the weight into the upper back between the shoulder blades, and then we can massage this area. This is also a good position if you like to use like the tennis balls underneath the back. This works very well between the shoulder blades in this position. Good, resting the legs, we'll shake out the thighs now. We let the legs go long, and we're going to make this big yawning type of stretch for the legs. We're going to turn the feet all the way in, and squeeze and tuck the pelvis. And relaxing. Okay, from the front, we get the legs turning all the way in, the hips up. From the side, and legs come in, the pelvis tucks. We're not going this way, right? The pelvis must tuck. Oh. Good, bouncing the legs, shaking out. And we're going to try very, very comfortably to roll the body up the legs. Okay, so we're going to start with the head rolling into the chest, and we just reach. And staying rounded over, shaking out the back and neck here. Good. When it's time to go down, now stay as round as possible. Good. Shaking out the legs again. Okay, we're going to bring the arms up into a steeple-like position here. Okay, and we're just going to drop through rotation from one side to the other. Try to keep the knees and feet together. Don't let the elbows bend. Use the whole spine to twist. Look with the eyes. Turn the head. Good. Now bouncing the shoulder blades. And so the elbows actually stay pretty straight here. You're just taking this section of shoulder blade that rests on the floor. You're lifting and dropping, lift and drop, lift and drop. Both sides together. Good, spinning the arms above you. All right, this looks like internal, external rotation, but facing up. Good, relaxing the arms. We're going to get more of the mop going now. If you don't have a slippery floor, you can still try this on the carpet. It just makes it more difficult, which is fine. Really working hard with the abdomen here to get the body to flex side to side. Make the legs staying long. Oh, good. Good, now the legs apart, we're dropping side to side. Okay, and here you want to really push to get the hip forwards and up. See here, this hip's going forwards and up. And you want to focus on squeezing the butt on this side that you're turning away from. Then we're going to go on to one side as if you're going to sleep, super, super lazy here. And we're just going to cannonball up all the way. And then try to open as far as we can. Good, rolling to the other side. And cannonball. Good, going onto the stomach, onto the elbows. Okay, and here we're just gonna spend some time lazily letting the hips rock back and forth. Try to get the spine to snake out, okay? Really try to get the wiggle through the whole system. Good, stretching back into child's pose. Also shifting side to side. Keep the snake-like movement in the spine going. Good, long again. Snaking out. This time letting the legs come up. I'm going to put the forehead on the hands like a pillow so I can look straight down. We're crossing the legs and making circles with the legs. And switching directions. Good, letting the wings rest, shifting the hips again up onto the elbows. Going to the knees and elbows now. Again, still shifting, shimmying the spine. Okay, I'm going to start to move through the shoulder blades. This is a lot like the exercise that we did on the floor, except now the elbows push down and the body moves up instead. Okay, try to develop a rhythm that feels good for you. Most important in this position is not to try to hold up the spine against gravity. You must try to let the body drop with gravity. Okay, so every time we go up and you drop. Good, shimmy, 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 shimmy. Twisting the hips left and right, internal, external. Wiping the floor with the feet. Good. Getting lazy onto the back again. right, we're going to start to cool down a little bit here. And we're going to make these big exaggerated movements from the pelvis. Okay, and we're going to coordinate it with the legs. So as we roll the pelvis forwards, we're going to drop the legs out, arching up. Okay? And as we turn the legs in, the feet separate and the pelvis tucks. Okay, from the front, we're getting like this. Arching, tucking. Okay, we're going to combine that with the breathing. So as we move, each movement is going to get one full breath. Okay, so here we go. Breathing in, arching, exhale to neutral. Now the opposite way. Turning in, breathing in, tucking. To neutral. Dropping out. Squeezing the lower back. Tucking now, squeezing the abs. Good, coming back to neutral now, letting the legs just rest, the pelvis rest. You just take the arms, let them flop out to the side. And we're just going to focus on letting the breath be as small as possible. Okay, no breathing. Try to do as little as possible and observe the internal state of the body now. Okay? If you feel the hips want to relax more, you can make the feet wider so they fall more towards each other. Now would be a great time to practice a long breath hold. When we're laying flat on the floor like this, the heart doesn't have to compete with gravity to pump the blood so much. So there's a lot less stress on the cardiovascular system when we lay in this position. Also, by having the knees flexed, we take all the stress out of the lower back. So literally, this is one of the most restful positions we can be in. So let's try now to see how long we can make one breath hold and see how the efficiency of this position is going to help the body really release. Okay, here we go. Two easy breaths, then holding. Easy one, easy two. One more, and then we hold. Okay, breathing in and out and hold. Nice, everybody. Okay, so this was where I got my foundation in home exercises. I was spending hours at home laying on the carpet, exploring the movements like this, okay? This was more of a fast-paced floor exercise. Usually if I'm at home, I'll do more of the slow arching, slow moving stuff, but I have to get ready to work, so I wanted to build a little bit of energy. I think I'm going to be tapering back on the live scheduling. The clinic's getting more busy now, and I'm not sure yet. The rest of the week will remain as scheduled at 2 p.m., but I'm thinking maybe next week I'll do either 2 or 3 days per week, or perhaps I might cam the whole live stream thing and try to just produce some more educational videos that go a little bit more in depth on certain topics. In order to make that very successful, if you have certain topics that you'd like to really explore in depth, that gives me makes my job a lot easier to figure out, okay, I'll do a video on this joint or whatever, okay? So if you have certain requests that you want to really learn something more about or specific questions, please email me at the djp@bodytuning.us address. And if not, I'll talk to you soon anyway, okay? I'll see you tomorrow regardless. Okay, bye-bye.